They'd love just to close it out 2-0 here, and they're definitely going to be feeling confident going into it, considering they kind of had to do a bit of a comeback on Anubis and had that lead. They got the pissed around, they got started on that second half. So Vertigo, now where we set our sights, should be an exciting one here in CS2. NIP's map pick, they start on the T side.
Yeah, you're right. It should be a back and forth and more of a game of chess between these two teams, just trying to outmaneuver each other. Right now, it looks like the hit's going to come through middle for NIP. There's a lot of players here. They're going to go through with the flashbang. oxycet unaffected and immediately deals with Nayomy.
Multi. Oh, timing on that. Actually able to turn back around, and oxycet gets a double. Waldy's there with a double of her own. It leaves it on to ASTRA, but the bomb is not in her grasp. Lock is, though. We know what she can do with pistols, but not today. Zia puts her down. ENCE get off to a strong start.
Really comfortable pistol there for ENCE Athena. Felt like they had an idea of what was going on. oxycet takes the first piece of contact, and then you've got Milo tucked in under construction. You've got the other players just making sure that NIP can't overwhelm and can't run all the way over and go mid to B. It was a very smart approach there. And they're even going to take a pause.
And, you know, given she just got a nice little double in the pistol round, oxycet's the player that I really want to be looking at. I think she was the one that impressed us both the most on Vertigo when we saw them play, in fact, both Vertigo games. So we've covered ENCE Athena on. It feels like she is really the X factor for this team on this map.
Yeah, definitely. I think for NIP, you look to Nayomy on this map, and of course, you've got to look to ASTRA. ASTRA on the AWP on this map is a different beast. But with that being said, obviously, changes being made to Vertigo in CS2. I think this map is a lot harder now, in my opinion. I don't think you can get away with as much aggression if the other team is prepared and has got these structure and the counterplay to be able to deal with it. And ENCE Athena are definitely a team that are able to weave that in just by having so many games played on this map. A great nade kicks things off. Another follow-up, but aim on the Deagle, living up to her name. Fantastic shot to kick things off, and it means that Kiara can get another one. Bomb can potentially have a pathway here, and the plant is fantastic for NIP.
Planting 2 kills, you're sitting pretty. Even if you don't get anything else done, you've achieved everything that you set out to. So that one feels very nice for NIP. Bit of damage done, a bomb planted, happy days. And still get the round, so it could have been a lot worse. They'd lost the third player, that's where it really gets a bit spooky, scary. But no skeletons, despite the month that we are in.
No, not yet. Are we doing like a Halloween-themed impact next week?
I think we should. Oh my god, we should do costumes.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Oh my god, it's going to be so fun.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
fun.
We could see the impact of losing those players. Means that you've got a couple of fami into this round.
Yeah, not really a fan of that. However, Zia wants to get aggressive. I like this. So this smoke is the deep gap one. This was, in the UK, we called this the endpoint smoke because it gave you a one-way over the right-hand side. Not a thing anymore in CS2. And then with this smoke dropped close by the sandbag, you prevent progression. Flashbang over the top for Nayomy and Kiara to swing. ASTRA on the angle. Won't find the shot, and oxycet will find Kiara.
One for one. Zia is still tucked on through, and I don't think you're anticipating this position. Given that you've already taken down a player just above it, kind of on the... I call it Henny. People call it Zywoo. I think Henny is a bit of an older call for it now. I might start calling it Zywoo instead. That corner.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Henny's what I know it as.
Yeah, I think people will stop calling it Henny because that was like Furia days when he kind of got iconic for that spot. Gonna be hit on towards B. Baldy is tucked on in. There is a Molotov. I don't think it's going to be thrown to clear her. Surely not. You probably want to throw it as default. Look at Zia. Zia's on an exploratory mission. Baldy does fall, and okay, so does oxycet. And Zia, that flashbang could not have been worse timed. I think that was one that got even fumbled.
It did.
And it completely catches off her flank. That is such an unfortunate series of events for her. Still gonna give it a look in, but Astra's flick is clean, and NIP get on the board.
It's like tasks failed successfully with that flashbang. Genuinely, that has won NIP that round. Because if it wasn't for that flashbang, Zia gets at least 2 kills there. The rest of ENCE Athena had a shot into it. I'm really, really impressed with how NIP are playing these mid rounds, because they make the correct call to get out towards A. They reset B. Sure, Zia is on this flank, but they've given themselves enough time to work with Milo. Got to be careful not to fall. You can see that she's already been hounded down upon. Nayomy will be going for this kill. Milo can't find it. No one saves.
Brutal. Already, the money is in the dumpster. So NIP will be able to even things up pretty comfortably here. Don't even think we'll see Deagles come out. Zia's got enough for the... Oh, okay. This was unexpected.
Yeah.
I would have preferred just the hero M4. Or even keep money for an ult. Listen, I'm going to let him cook. Let's see.
Don't mind the boost here.
Cool craft.
Like the name as well, covered in carrots.
Oh, that's clever.
Because it's like
Zia.
diamond carrots. Kiara needs to check the boost, but no, gets overwhelmed. And I like the fact you've still got this player baited sandbags the entire time here. NIP can look to scale, but that nade does a lot of damage on towards Milo, but she's alive.
Not for long.
However, she's dead. I'm a caster. Yeah. Oh no, the smoke. Well, see, this is going to happen a lot because of the recent update, right? Basically, what's happened with this new update is that every time you jump, it's actually at a different height. It's never consistent. That makes a lot of sense for a competitive FPS. Thanks,
I don't think it changes jump throws. I think it's just jumps. So I think that's just a miss. TBH. Oxycet's not missing, though. A spray down onto 2. She's out of there. Remember, they forced it on this with barely anything. Oh, running back over towards Baldy. Oh, the timing. She finds that kill. That's the round done. It's still a little weird. Manka's over here. It's a 1v1 to determine the round. Everything else is irrelevant to what's taking place right this second. Oh, aim. Spotted. Swings and falls. Astra cannot get there. Or maybe she can. No, the whip. I think even if she hits it, no time to plant. No time at all. Kill found, but round is done. Ends with the force. Unbelievable.
I think there was maybe 1 second in it. She needed to hit that shot. That is really awkward. And whilst I praise NIP for the design of the mid round and the last, this one is really scrappy, and it's a credit to ENCE Athena because they made it completely chaotic. They made nothing safe. No comfy pieces of control. That was really not ideal. Now shoes on the other foot, Lucy. I mean, look at this. Everyone's on a deagle apart from Astra, who's on an AWP.
And as we know, your left shoe does not fit on your right foot.
Yeah, it just hurts and feels weird.
Unless you've got like... I was going to say ambidextrous feet. That's not a thing.
No, it's not.
Completely mirrored foot. Where it's like this. Why aren't they like that? That'd make things so much easier. All shoes have to be the same.
Asking the real questions. NIP trying to pose a question towards Zia in mid, but, well, she answers quite decisively. Get out of my yard. But she does find the first kill. There is a boost still coming up. Kiara looking over the top with the P250. We're not finding anything. NIP reset.
Is Nayomy an AWPer? Another question to pose, and one that we may find an answer to shortly. Sticking her feet on her head. And Milo, great setup. Nayomy misses her chance. Falls back. Does get a nice shot through. Chance for another, perhaps. Okay, she's an author. Oh, she's an author. 1 versus 2. Surely 10 HP. Not possible. Swaps to the rifle. A little more comfy, and oxycet. Make sure it doesn't get any more threatening.
That's still a lot of damage, and also the AWP doesn't get picked up at the end of the round. So that's not ideal. Zia has to be now on an A1S. Everyone from NIP can buy, but their T side is not going as well as they would have hoped for. It needs to change. It needs to change soon, because ENCE Athena are currently doing what they did to them in the first half of Anubis, running away with the game. It's so wild to make a sweeping statement like that 6 rounds in, but we're halfway, about to enter the halfway point of the first half.
Remember how good ENCE looked against Enigma Galaxy? They've now had an extra 2 weeks. They've been getting out the schematics. The drawing board is out. They've been at it. Connecting the dots. Dotting I's. Crossing T's. Putting feet on shoes.
Do you mean shoes on feet? That's okay, because sometimes all plans aren't perfect. Jenkin, however, will find the first kill. Milo is still here operating at B. Bomb gets planted, and it's wild that she's still here in amongst all of this. ASTRA out mid, waiting to be a late lurk that's going to be cleared. Right now, Milo can't get past Jenkin, and ASTRA will find Manka in middle. This one is done for ENCE Athena. NIP will claim their second.
Any weapon but the FAMAS, she gets the kill there. Even the MP9, I feel like she gets the kill there. M4 certainly does. A little bit unfortunate. I think even if she finds it, it becomes difficult to get much done when ASTRA also finds the kill in towards mid. Big round for NIP to pick up. ENCE, despite the what is now a 2-round lead, are not in any comfortable position. I mean, look what they're working with. It's going to be very similar to what we saw just 2 rounds ago when they were able to make magic happen. The Hero M4. This time they'll have 2 M4s. But what goes around it, we'll see momentarily.
Probably Deegs, and MP9 on Waldy maybe. No, actually just goes for the Deagle commitment to get utility. But ENCE Athena are one of these teams that, even towards the tail end of CSGO, were making low buys feel incredibly dangerous to play against. The fact you've got 2 safe weapons thrown into the mix as well, they've done it once, they're looking to do it again.
Mid again identified as the target that NIP are able to exploit. I think particularly when you know the economy isn't fantastic, definitely a position that you feel like you can take a few more liberties with. They're going to show presence, but actually not push any further. And what it's done is cause rotations. It's going to allow A to be leveraged a little easier. Manka's just on a jump peak, so she can drop flames if they put pressure on. We'll just fall back. Just about to spot them any moment. There it is. Aim did find success on her leg mid, and well, that's very successful. 2 kills. Oh, didn't quite spot the third. Can't adjust for it. They're out of position now as the hit comes through to A.
It's still well worked. I feel like you save this rifle. You don't go for this. You're eco anyway into the next oxycet. I don't like this swing. I don't think you're definitely finding any kills here. You let Waldy go on a prowl in towards the back of ramp. You're looking to then deny and restrict weaponry. It's not worth throwing this M4 into the equation.
I know you started to say they were running away with it, but it's potential to be 4-4 very soon. Because they chose to force into this one. With just the 1M4 and a Deagle, Waldy will love to find an exit, but no one's coming her way. And they
Look at that
definitely
bomb
can't force
damage.
into this.
That bomb damage is wild. 41 points of health. Sure, as she did have armor. Just goes to show the amount of increased damage and increased radius that is now happening with CS2. So you need to run a little bit further away to save those weapons. Should be a tied game. Unless it's another one of those rounds that spirals out of control. That smoke, where's that gone? Off the map.
You're speaking of spiraling out of control. G2 Oya on a bit of a speed run of Shinigami right now. 13-3, the opening map. That was Nuke, the pick of Shinigami. Currently, 10-2 on Mirage.
Wow, okay. That's very dominant. Oxycet will maintain control of Gap for now. Dodges the HGs. This is good. But ASTRA is walking close. I like this from Oxycet, though. Immediately repositioning and going around the corner. Now trying to have this fight towards ramp. We'll get the trade again, but ASTRA has walked up, taken that space in the meantime. Made things difficult, but Wardy with that Deagle kill means that she's now got an AK. Remember, Wardy had armor, and in mid, Milo nearly has the kill as she does on towards aim.
Where's the bomb? Wardy's got it. Oh, no. ASTRA. Oh, is she going to clear Wardy? No. Oh, Wardy, what a round. And Milo getting a kill that, wow, she really felt like she had no right to get. Catches that first timing and just keeps jiggling it perfectly against aim. What a steal from ENCE. I said it was going to be 4-4, but, well, what a fool I've been made of. Oxycet, Wardy, and this critical kill from Milo, getting it done.
Awkward round again. I really have got to compliment Oxycet there in that round, though, because she repositions and makes the rifle much more viable towards A. Gets the kill towards Gap, resets ramp, trades the pistol players to go even. And then whilst all that commotion is going on, that allows Wardy to then go for that walk and find the backstab. Manka will get mollied. That's a really good molly thrown by NIP.
Very nice spot. Manka sits behind it, gets a kill. Somehow still fighting, and Oxycet again. She is phenomenal. A Vertigo goddess. Athena in the name of the team. Oxycet in the server. Aim still has something to say. 1v2 and she's been brought down low. Time to work with. But a lot on her shoulders. And Milo, make sure she can't get anything done.
I really like the smokes that ENCE Athena are throwing over towards ramp, just taking all that control. By throwing the first one in towards Gap, you allow your AWP to potentially have a peek down crane. You can also use utilities such as incendiaries and flashbangs to keep NIP at bay. And then once that smoke dissipates, you can then drop a second smoke by the first sandbag, and it really restricts the control that NIP have. It's a really good situation to be in. It was very rehearsed. Speaking of rehearsed, this is just a fast play. Trying to throw a bit of confusion right here and now. Zia will find one, but Kiara and Nayomy combine.
Yeah, Zia, this is uncomfortable to being with the AWP, but, well, maybe it's not. ASTRA trying to bait her out, trying to force her around, running out of bullets. They do deal with her. 2 versus 2. And they can reset. This is where NIP can definitely make something of this round. I don't know if that AWP gets passed over to ASTRA as well.
It should.
The right call from ENCE, though, just be patient. Your NIP were intending for a B hit, so they are still present here. You can always play the retake with the utility and kit that you've got on Manka's hands.
I'd really like to see Jenkin give this AWP to ASTRA just so she can go and plant the bomb. Okay, gives the bomb to ASTRA instead. ASTRA has got the smokes. This makes a little bit more sense. Now she can creep closer, get an M4 on the excursion. Another smoke. The molly. Is that going to spread to her? No, not quite. So Bomb gets planted. Jenkins tries it, but oxycet through the smoke gets rid of the Tech 9.
Has to reload, out of ammo. 5 bullets now, smoke forward, they know where she is. Nice first kill on the oxycet. Manka, oh, the no-scope, Manka ducks. Directly beneath it, cool as ice, and she clutches it out, but that one gets way closer than really it had any right to be.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just pistols from NIP. Zia does really well at the back of the bomb site to find 2 kills. Jenkins, I respect the effort, but not to be this time. Manka will clutch. ENCE Athena claimed 7. They have now won out this first half, looking to potentially build a lead even higher than 7-5 on their map pick.
Nice gap Z is able to use. Nayomy falls immediately. Manka's smoking towards gap as well. It's going to give her space to work with. She can now swing out if she wishes.
Yeah, this is smart.
But the smoke lands, and Manka can just keep fighting. A double kill from her before she's dealt with. oxycet still standing strong, and you know oxycet is locking down ramp every single time.
Yeah, this is really well done. And yet again, you get another example of those smokes, right? They just keep getting recycled. It's so difficult for NIP to deal with it. oxycet and Manka combining really well, and the slight gap in that smoke, you can bet it was deliberate. Thrown in to allow that peak. That's a very clean gun round coming out of ENCE.
15 for 4. oxycet has had quite the half. Last round of it. NIP would love to get a 4th. Certainly feel a lot more doable at that stage. There will be fast rotations to be if this is their destination. Morty playing behind double box. See, there is presence in towards Guardian and mid, so Milo and Zia can get here quickly. Surely going to go out. That's going to give them the alert. Flames go on forward. Baldy safe at the moment, but flushed forward by the Flames. Kiara gets the entry.
Oh, but Milo ahead of this smoke does a lot of damage. Look at the HP bars. Kiara will trade out, but she's low. Aims on the same amount of HP. It does feel awkward. A 4 versus 3, you're obviously going to attempt in the last round of this half. And a lot of utility for ENCE Athena to work with.
1 HE at the right place will certainly find a kill. Oh, but Kiara, how does she keep doing it? Still alive, still fighting, still ducking and weaving. Manka dropping a smoke. Maybe just go for the defuse. Taps the bomb to bait out the swing, and finally Kiara is dealt with. Zia gets on it, and she's sticking it. She's just gonna go for the straight up ninja, but no aim at the tail end. Gets both, and it's an 8-4 half for ENCE.
Lot of them racks, house by the lake, bought that. Ops to the brakes, draw back. Paddock on my wrist, I'ma hit them with a drip. They gon' pay the VIP to get a pic with me. I'm a star, brand new keys to the car. I'm the boss and the king of the czar. Got them so high, so addicted, telling me I'm the only queen of his heart. Guess I let you co-star. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the south overflow, yeah. I'm a provider. Tell the amateurs stay in their lane, ain't no outsider. Bought a mansion in LA, right next to Mariah. Write a song, get filthy paid, price going high. Yeah, I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow. Yeah, if I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take no, raise a toast to the goal. Yeah, if I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow. Yeah, if I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take no, raise a toast to the goal. Yeah. It takes a lot to be the best.
Very strong half again for ENCE Athena as we kick off Vertigo, map number 2, the map pick of NIP, but both of these teams are very strong on it. Now it's up to NIP and their defense to remain resilient against ENCE Athena and their offense.
And like a brawl over towards Frap as ENCE Athena set up all 5 players. A boost coming through, that's unusual in a pistol round. Nayomy can spot things out, and there's no way you're expecting that to be in play. She's going to get the info. Now Kiara at the ready. Ducks on down so she doesn't get insta-cleared, but then can poke out. And, oh, smoke being set up. Here's on forward, sees one crossfire, and realizes that's the timing gone. They're already up gap, already pushing on forward. Kiara given a lot of chances, eventually finds the kill. And Astra, she goes overlooked, but only good for 1. oxycet is on a tear, 2 kills, and the bomb makes its way through. Being planted, retake utility already being set up. This one is fast.
That's a cool retake smoke. I think that's going to land straight on the bomb. Yeah, it is. All right, that's a lineup I've not seen before. But oxycet still fighting forward. Aim will trade, and then, well, they're almost immediate. Zia versus Jenkin. Jenkin just sticks the defuse straight away.
Oh!
The cart ninja in the smoke. Zia denies it with a headshot.
That's so hard. She was facing the opposite direction as well. Had to be perfect. The defuse was down to the last second there. Thought for sure that ninja was going to go through, and I think it was the absolute right play with the smoke down, with the kit on your back. You've even got armor. Rough one for NIP. Felt like they'd done enough with the bomb down and the 1v1. But again, ENCE Athena looking sharp. oxycet with the can opening double. And why not just run it back? Maybe the why not is because there's 5 NIP players here.
It's only USPs, though. Surely they don't find anything here with the 5 USPs.
No, they
Full
won't.
stack. Double gap. Double sandbags. Manka does get overwhelmed and dealt with. Here comes the swing on towards the gap players. And Nayomy will deal with oxycet. I like this from ENCE. They go, okay, we want none of that. Thank you very much. Let's go to B.
And bomb planted. All good. Nayomy gets to hold on to an AK, but the rest can maybe throw some bodies into the mix.
Oh, they're all going for it. Why not? Molly set up that can be used to flash out white box potentially. Zia's got a flashbang to enable Waldy. Milo strikes in middle. That's huge. That's your AK gone. Waldy flashed into the open. Over the top of the smoke though. Jenkin can't capitalize upon it and knows where the chance is. But they've been dealt with, and Astra somehow escapes with the AK.
Just to run pretty far, but she should be fine. Gets the sandbags before it goes off. Tucks on in, and ENCE up to double digits. Bear in mind, this is NIP's map pick as well. See the potency of picking up the pistol.
Yeah. I hope it gets changed soon. It just feels like if you lose both pistols or even the CT side pistol, you could even stretch so far as to say it feels really difficult to try and get your economy in a decent position whatsoever. Full buy coming through, of course, for NIP, for ENCE Athena. It could be a fast play in towards mid.
Izzy is showing some presence here. It's all a bit of a ruse, as mid is where the intended destination is. You've got Voldy with a bomb under B. Wave's got a little far, and the smoke lands in a good spot onto Guardian. 2 players here to hold down B. And has stepped up for the first. Nayomy trying to focus her attention elsewhere, but she's dealt with. Jenkins under pressure, and Milo alleviates it with a quick kill. Naomi's going to arrive, but the site is compromised.
I feel like you got to go for this if you're NIP. And they feel the same. You need to start getting rounds on the board. Zia should have Kiara dead to right. The other players for NIP walking through there. There'll be an opportunity. There's no flashbangs to get them over, though. That's the difficult part. And the timer's already basically halfway gone. Kiara never clearing Zia. Nayomy will find 1 and a second. Okay. 1 versus 4 now turned into 1 versus 2. But time is the limiting factor and definitely not on her side. Good kills, but not ready for Zia, who repositioned and hid just behind that wooden plank.
3K from Zia and another clutch round coming through. ENCE Athena in touching distance of sending us to Mirage. What an upset this would be. I mean, ENCE almost feeling like they could have taken it in 2 with how Anubis went. Still pulse left for NIP. 3 MP9s, 2 M4s. Comeback has to start now.
Needs to. Otherwise, we'll be getting a third map here. Certainly not a third map in the other game. G2 were able to win 2-0. Back-to-back 13-3 scorelines against Shinigami. Leave them feeling as strong in CS2 as they were looking in CSGO. When we got told that, Lucy wrote in the chat, G2, oh yeah, which I thought was really funny. I wanted to give you credit.
Thanks. Always good to show your citations when you make it funny. It's kind of like when, that's the like equivalent, broadcast equivalent of like people not hearing your joke and then someone else just repeats it. Yeah. And everyone laughs at it. That's what you just did to me. But then you know, came back and went, okay, actually.
No, I didn't say it initially.
Well, okay, but you know, you could have actually. So you're just a better person.
Yeah.
You're so great, Brandon.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like NIP don't appreciate this push onto the B-bomb site. Double MP9s. Look at Jenkin. Look at how close she's getting around this smoke. Manka has definitely seen her, but hasn't really communicated it. Oxycet will drop, and suddenly all the kills are coming in. What's happened with AIM? I feel like she just got lost in the sauce a little bit, but Astra's finding even more success. It's chaos, but NIP thrive within it.
I think AIM was going to make a play there, and then a HE blew open the smoke, and she was suddenly exposed, and she was like, oh dear. But it didn't matter. Everyone arrived, and success for NIP. Hugely necessary round. The comeback can still happen. Look what ENCE Athena are working with. NIP win this. Suddenly you're up against an eco. And that world is there.
There is a chance. Fast play though in towards A. Look at this. Look at the scaling being taken, but they fumble the jump. And Nayomy makes no mistake, as does Kiara. Twingers out in full force at A ramp, and suddenly it's a 2 versus 4.
Zia's got no armor either. Bomb out of their grasp. Need some phenomenal digs. If you had to make any sort of claim, oxycet, well, she gets one. With so many players, there's always someone ready for the trade. And IP keeps 3 alive, and that'll do against the Force.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, now ENCE Athena are on an eco. This should give NIP a relatively safe pathway to finding their 7th round. And suddenly you're only 4 rounds within taking the scoreline away from ENCE Athena. Comeback feels a lot more bite-sized and manageable in MR12. This is clever. You've run all the way over the A grate, and then you walk back. This is classic face it. Let's run over, make as much noise as possible, and then walk back and try to get a bomb plant.
Yeah, I think we've all done that one. And NIP, they know what's up. Aim, getting a bit of room to show off hers. No reason to lose this M4. She can just hide away. Team's here. Don't lose anyone to the Glocks. Oh, aim. Come on. I literally just said you did not need to do that. Your whole team's here. You're on a long comeback. Don't throw away. Minimum 4K.
Nayomy just got dinked by a teammate as well. So it's like you're telling her off.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wagging the finger. Don't do that.
No.
Second time out being called in now for ENCE.
Because sometimes when you're a caster, you're like, you say something, and you're
Yeah.
like, this is what they should do. And then they just don't do it. And you're like, well,
Yeah.
come on.
You're making me look silly.
Exactly.
You're making yourself look silly.
No one's happy with this.
Silly Billy.
Aim, if you're watching this back in the future. Naughty.
Yeah.
Naughty.
Now we've broken the 4th wall. ENCE Athena looking to break it down on the defense again. NIP still looking to fortify and recollect themselves. Gun round here again. Fast play, but aim gets the best of Waldy. Still armed with that M4, still putting it to very good use. And the nade onto Zia actually doubles up into blowing away that smoke. Here we go again. Or maybe not. Or maybe so. Aim will take a swing, doesn't see anything, and will now fall back. We'll even replenish the smoke.
See, very well behaved. Closes the door after she leaves. That's going to mean that if ENCE want to go back that way, they have to spend a lot of time and or resources to get that control. It's going to allow NIP to focus a little bit more heavily over towards ramp. Well-timed smoke as well, just to slow things down further for ENCE.
Yeah, this is good. You know as well that ENCE are going to be prioritizing the weaponry. Mostly, they're not going to have all the little pieces of utility they'd want at their disposal. This is smart as well. The push in towards gap behind this smoke. You're going to get a lot of information here. You can potentially catch oxycet off guard. Manka resets just to grab this bomb, and actually... No, not actually. It looked for me, it looked like she was just about to head back towards B. Instead, it will be this commitment. Kiara, as foretold, will find oxycet. And now there's 20 seconds left.
Yeah, that felt very confused from ENCE.
Yeah.
A lot of like, yeah, they're just backing out. It was crazy. They had this forward position in mid where they had 2 players kind of looking for a boost. They were really deep and I don't know, they just decided to pull back. They made a lot of noise doing it as well. So Kiara heard all of that from in towards short as they ran back through mid, kind of on that room that is adjacent towards short into ladder room. Not really sure what happened there.
That's going to happen, though, especially with a new IGL. Especially in the mid round. sometimes people aren't going to always be on the same page. Sometimes there's going to be a lot of voices just trying to give as much information as possible. You got to digest that, and especially in an environment you're here on a trial basis, you're not familiar with how the team wants to set themselves up every now and then. You're going to get instances where it's hard to find calm in the chaos.
Very nice forward positioning and towards mid. It's a double layered setup here. You've got Astra up on top of the pile of boards. And then a player below her. And it's AIM anchoring on down B. Gets the opener onto Milo. Ooh, head spotted. A flash potentially being called for her. You can see definitely plenty of players that could set her up, but no. She would have been spotted on that cross, so that is a concern for her. And it's actually not coming over this way, and even if they actually had no way of flushing her out anyway.
Yeah, they're trying to reset A with all the deep space that Manka's got. Although it feels like a little bit of an illusion of the amount of space she really has. Another re-smoke. I like the way that NOP are playing this. This is a different approach to ramp, where you're actually just smoking off key choke points on a timer, and then you're recycling. Manka can come through this smoke and deal with Nayomy, who's now on a swivel because Kiara has fallen. This starts to get really awkward. Nayomy needs to win this fight on towards Manka.
This entire round hinges on what Nayomy can do here. Oh, Manka ducks as the smoke fades. That was the kill. Even looking for the follow-up, there's a lot of damage and fighting forward. CS found one as well, and they lock them out. Explosive from ENCE onto A, perfectly timed. Kiara fell. Nayomy couldn't catch the kill onto Manka. And suddenly you're on map point.
That's the danger with smoking off areas like that and playing it passively, because whilst it is good and whilst it does buy valuable seconds off the clock, smoke time has been increased to 20 seconds now. The issue is Kiara was playing an angle in which she was front facing, and as soon as one player falls, the dominoes all start to kind of topple for NIP. Good utility up towards the top of ramp. Kiara can't comfortably look down at ramp. Manka's taken a lot of damage though early on.
Gonna wait for these smokes to fade before oxycet starts to work any further. Bit of util over towards B. Just keeping the interest there. Waits out a bit of counter utility from AIM. Has brought some additional attention over, just in case.
You see NIP have shifted. They're now jump spotting the sandbag to gain intel, which has just been smoked off by oxycet. Flashbang over. ASTRA has a look with Kiara, and they combine for 2 kills each. They just take the fight straight to ENCE.
Yeah, that's great. Fighting down the smokes. Now, Milo putting a bit of pressure on towards mid. She's out of there. Wants to go regroup with her team. Who now are forced to go towards A. There still is forward positioning onto ramp itself. You may have found some control in towards gap, but that's a gap that's been left open on purpose. Oh, Waldy though. Closes it immediately. Nayomy steps in and suddenly a 2 versus 2 Yankin though. Drive-by. Leaves it onto Milo. And time, a serious issue for her. Utility goes for, but she can't even pick up the bomb and plant it. This one is NIP's.
I don't think NIP were aware, again, of the full positioning over towards gap whatsoever. oxycet making it in there, I feel like they might have heard her because she did take a tick in the incendiary, but certainly not ready for Waldy. It gets completely overlooked. ENCE Athena take their pause. Remember, they have 3 chances to try and close out this map. Otherwise, we go to overtime, but NIP need to be perfect in each and every one of those rounds.
Last time out used for ENCE. Now remember, if we do go to overtime, they do get a new timeout. That one's a freebie in OT. So no need to save on into any. I think ENCE realizes this is the round they have to do it in. It's going to be a slow one.
Money interesting as well here, because if NOP win this, then you can guarantee it's going to go the full 24. Very slow pace to this round. oxycet, Milo start to group in towards mid for ENCE as they want to split B. I think once they get in the position to go, it will be in a very explosive execute. It all depends whether Jenkins can hold on.
Just gonna come on forward. Ahead of the smoke, ahead of the utility. Just tucked on down, comes on up. She's spotted. Support from a teammate though, Kiara, stepping in and helping her out. That's the bomb isolated in mid, lost, and everyone falls. Just a single casualty for NIP as they get to double digits. Within touching distance of overtime.
That was a really well-coordinated round from NIP. The fact that you've given the mid players the responsibility, Jenkins commits to that fight and has even got the support of Kiara, who isn't a B player. And that means that AIM, ASTRA, they can just focus on those fights. I think Manka's been backstabbed by accident. That is horrible. For ENCE Athena, obviously it's just pistols, it's just Glocks, but you never want one of your team to be knifed unnecessarily.
Yeah, better it's this round than the next round though.
Yeah, sure.
You know.
Better neither.
Yeah, like I'd rather lose my little toe than my big toe. It doesn't mean I want to lose either toe. What a feat talk. And Milo and oxycet putting on an incredible feat. 2 kills with the Deagles. oxycet would love to pick up one of these rifles. ASTRA is playing bodyguard currently.
I think NIP, the only way they lose this round is if they go around the corner here and they start pressing issues. I really don't like this. I really like it, though, from ENCE. oxycet hits another Deag. There will be a trade from Jenkins. But remember, there's a forward position here over towards Gap. Jenkins looks the wrong way. Zia finds another. NIP are the makers of their own downfall at the moment.
This was not the round. Oh, AIM spotted as well before the smoke lands. ENCE are about to do it. All the utility forward. They know exactly where she is. She is so low. Unbelievable. What can AIM deliver? It needs to be a miracle. They're not going to give her the fights. No need to. It's a 1 versus 3. AIM is desperately looking for them, but they're not giving her anything. A tap onto the bomb. She's just going to stick it. Just hoping that no one peeks, but that was never going to be the case. ENCE forcing us to a 3rd.
Yeah, it's always those low buys. That's always where ENCE Athena can do the dirty work, but I'll be honest, NIP really overextended there. I understand the need for information, but you don't have to go down A ramp to get it. That's exactly what ENCE